From the banks of the Allegheny, welcome to Film Bits, True Detective, Episode 6, Part 5. Hey, everybody. So the whole reason I call this show Film Bits is because I like to do things in like 10 to 15-minute chunks at most. But I've had some requests to do longer episodes, and where I would usually cut the episode, there's a huge thing going on in this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a mega. We're going to do a double bit. Maybe that's a bot. But we're going to go, I would say approximately 20 minutes of film time plus my commentary. So this bad boy could ride out to easily be right around half an hour. So let us not tarry. Let's pick it right back up, which is, we saw at the end of the last episode for a real quick second, we saw Rust's truck, and he is actually driving to the campus of the Tuttle Ministries schooling division, etc. Let's do it.
Not a lot of responsible people in the world.
And those dudes on the Segways. So no, Rust has been suspended. He's been told not to look at old cases, etc.
Of course.
And then he just decides to question Tuttle. Now remember, Tuttle is highly connected, and he's the one that was in charge of getting the by the way, that blue cross looks like the cross hanging from the girl in the credit sequence, which I will release a video to. He's a high-ranking dude. His brother is, or cousin is either the governor or a state senator, and he's coming here to question. Good shot with that cross there, by the way. Coming here to question the guy who is connected, and is connected to the state police charities and such, which
things like the
here it
state
comes.
policeman's charity.
See, so he's connected to the state police. So this is gonna go back against Rust when this guy just shows up out of the blue to question this guy Tuttle, who's untouchable, particularly with the line of questioning coming up.
Old personnel, faculty, but I'm having a little bit of trouble acquiring names.
Well, the program.
Rust just doesn't give a damn, does he? But we've known that by
I
now.
never had much ground contact.
His CO gives him a direct order. He follows it. He's not going after old people or old dead bodies or old missing persons that he's trying to make homicides.
For underprivileged students.
But he is doing something
Files?
that he knows is going to ruffle feathers.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, is that these were private institutions, so you'd have to track down their administrators, I believe.
That's the thing. See, all the schools dissolved with the program. And I'm trying to find some tax info, but there were religious exemptions.
Well, there's our archives, of course. We did lose a lot of files. There's some flooding of subfloors. But, you know, I think I should put you together with one of our clerical workers and see if they can't help you find something.
Thank you.
He's all too
But
willing to
before
help.
you do that, former deacon of yours, Austin Farrar.
That's our tent minister.
That was very, very unfortunate.
Yet he was dismissed.
Evidence had accrued. It became apparent that Austin had implemented certain funds. Well, embezzling is the word. We elected to handle it internally rather than pursuing formal charges.
So he talked to Farrar. Russ talked to Farrar. No, it was all about the pictures of the naked girls.
I'd heard it.
Tuttle is saying it was embezzlement.
Drinking. I've seen more souls lost down a bottle than any pit. At the same time,
Interesting
it's
where the
hard
music
to trust
comes
a
in.
man who can't trust himself with a beer, don't you think? But what's this all
Those
about?
musical cues, kind of hinting at that there's something going on here. A little bit of insidious,
Austin
non-diegetic
Farrar.
sound coming in
Dead women
too.
and children.
Oh, Russ just drops it on him right there.
Terrible.
Terrible.
That's terrible. How's that?
Little
What's
cat
it
and mouse
working on?
here.
Oh, I can't say anything about it at this point, Reverend.
I'd like to set you up with a clerk.
I'd also like to get out of this
Look
interview.
at, whatever information we still have from Wellspring.
Why'd the Wellspring program shut down, Reverend?
Couldn't sustain its costs. The whole idea was to provide an alternative to the kind of secular, globalized education that our public schools were promoting. When we get the school voucher program instituted, we'll reintroduce the idea. People should have a choice in education like anything else. Steve, would you show the detective to our old archives for outside ministries?
Sir.
Again, the wide shot with the cross there, we get that cross quite a few times. Russ just wanted to interview them. He knows that he's not going to find anything in the records because there's going to be nothing there that's incriminating.
You'll be in my thoughts.
And then the doors just automatically close.
One more time. I just need it one more time.
Beth, if you knew the day I just had.
Then tell me about it. I want to hear about it.
No, you do not.
I really wanted to see you. I've been thinking about something all week.
Don't.
Ever since last
Okay.
time.
Don't, okay?
Oh boy.
Haven't been able to think of anything else, to tell you the truth.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus.
I've been thinking. I think I want you to fuck me in my ass.
Yeah, well, there's that.
Beth.
I've never done that before.
What do you say to that, Marty?
do it to
Oh,
me?
Beth.
I want you so bad.
You out of your goddamn mind? What'd I tell you?
And now's
Fucking
the
unbelievable, boy. You know about this?
repercussions.
I'm not sure what we're talking about here.
Your partner here, he braced Billy Lee Tuttle.
Oh, braced. You fucking kidding me? It was a friendly conversation.
Hey, dipshit. You don't get to decide what kind of conversation it was.
Why'd you talk to Billy Lee Tuttle?
And you look like you haven't seen your own bed in a couple of days, huh? Yeah? The fuck is wrong with you two?
Well, I can't speak for Russ, but I got flu.
I didn't know that was going around.
He's got the flu. Marty's
He
looking
was pissed off after the conversation.
like hell again.
Shut the fuck up. I told you. I fucking told you. And the human tampon here heard me. Badge and gun, Cole. You're suspended.
What does that even mean? The human tampon.
Misallocation of departmental resources.
Come on.
Leroy, come on, that's over the top.
What's interesting is that we had that shot with him carrying the tampons too.
Badge and gun, Cole.
Leroy's a ball buster, isn't he? The human tampon.
And,
What does that
before
mean?
your Official reinstatement, you have 30 hours mandated departmental counseling.
You fucking serious?
This guy, right? I gotta kick you in the fucking head.
I'm the person least in need of counseling in this entire fucking state.
You ain't acting right, you don't sound right, you're up my ass and you were warned.
So, is Russ just going to let this go? Nope, we cut right back to him next. Antlers. But the Jameson is on the table. We got a month off of work. Guess we'll drink again, but he's probably been drinking this whole time. And he's in his world, boy, I tell you. I don't know what he's doing with the flashlight, but this just gives him 30 days now to focus even more on this time. He doesn't have to worry about his job. Oh, what is she doing here?
He's doing it again. He's been doing it. I can't live with him.
It's a weird angle, kind of like slightly low angle, but pushed in. Like that wide shot of the separation of the two of them for that instant.
I can't deal with
And then they're back together.
Not again.
You don't usually see Rust's
Did you know?
insides like that to get that big of a shot.
Did you know?
Rust's insides, inside of his apartment. We're not looking inside his chest cavity or anything. Nice that she brought some alcohol too. Or did he just come up with that? I don't know. There's a second bottle there now. And I think, yeah, he's just diving right in. Okay. Notice the music. It's almost religious.
What are you doing in here? What happened?
I'm off the job.
Oh boy.
You can't live like this.
You know, people give me advice. I reckon they're talking themselves. What are you doing?
Some people, no matter what.
People that give me advice are talking to themselves. That's interesting. Oh boy. Switch that camera into the kitchen, and Maggie is just all in now.
Be honest with me now.
Rust is fighting it. There's that messed up door chain that we talked about in episode 1 or 2. And Rust is no longer fighting it. Hand into hair, and it's on. Ay, ay, ay. Camera moving in and out tight. Go wide there, I guess, so we can see McConaughey's butt. Well, I like the lighting of this scene too when the camera's in front of them like this. And there's just such shock and despair and I don't know, anguish in both of their faces. Russ got to be a little drunk, but obviously didn't resist. And look at Maggie. Everything is done, and she's just like, okay, that's that.
What the fuck
And
are you doing here?
something's dawning on Russ right now.
I'm sorry. It wasn't you. Really, I wasn't even sure I could do it. 17 years is a long time. I almost went with a stranger at a bar. I'm sorry, Russ.
Bruce!
He'll have to go, you see, because this he won't live with.
Fuck out of here.
This,
Fuck.
this will hurt.
Get the fuck out of here right now.
I'm sorry, but thank you.
Oy, oy, oy.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here!
Wow. That's a nice, tight, intense scene. So, if you didn't catch it, I tried to stay quiet through most of it. Maggie realizes Marty's cheating on her. She was going to go hook up with Bruce at the bar. She couldn't do it because she realizes there is a sharper dagger in her arsenal. So she comes over to Rust's apartment, seduces him so that they have sex, so that she unhinges Marty. She says he'll have to go so that she can get rid of him once and for all, because she knows he's going to keep repeating this cycle. And maybe she knows that she can't be done with him unless she has something that's going to make him not want to be with her, or just the revenge factor. I mean, she could have had anyone. Why did she go to Rust? Because this is going to sting. It's one thing if she has sex with a nameless, faceless stranger, but to have sex with Rust, that is conniving, man. That is cold and conniving. But do you blame her? Is she wrong here? She would have never done this if Marty had been doing the right thing. But to go to that extra level of thought and not hook up with Bruce at the bar and have it be Rust that she cheats on him with, ooh, devious, nasty. I love it. I love it. Don't go for a thigh wound if you can put one between the shoulder blades, baby. If you can go for a gut shot. You guys have your own opinions of how you feel about Maggie now, but I got no problems with what she just pulled. I feel horrible for Russ, though. Russ was just used. All right, let's pick it back up.
Do you know what was going on with
Yikes.
Cole around that time?
I knew that he got suspended. And that he quit after he and Marty had their thing. That's it.
So you're
Their
split
thing.
with Marty. That had nothing to do with Cole.
No.
Okay, so just I liked how I forget Maggie's actress's name, but she took that extra little bit of delay because, of course, it had everything to do with Cole. That's the whole reason she went to seduce Russ. But we've seen Marty and Rust and now Marty's ex-wife all lie to these cops during their interviews. No one is coming forward with the truth, and these are cops interviewing cops, so you would think that they might, be truthful with one another. I think Pizzolatto really nails the human condition there, though, because while there are times we almost always want to be honest, there are some things that may prevent us. For example, Marty cold-bloodedly killing Reggie Ledoux, and them having to do the cover-up story, and then Marty being made a hero, et cetera, et cetera. They can't very well come out and say that was all a cover-up. Anyway, just so you know that it's coming. The bomb shall be dropped in the next 7-8 minutes. Even less, actually. Like this shot where we get the sound of Marty coming in, but the camera is distant from her, but focused on her. Then we reverse the shot, and we get it from not Maggie's point of view because we're over her shoulder and behind, but looking at Marty. But he's coming in disheveled, tie loosened. Where's he been? I also like the lighting here, the sternness of her face. Notice how she's all lit, and then the light diffuses from her. Also, just the placement of other things: the salt and pepper shaker, the glass of wine, the other chair. It's just kind of like this still life painting almost. But we all feel the tension. We hear the crickets in the background. Marty is coming into a trap, big time. And we kind of know it, dramatic irony. We know it, but the character doesn't. It's the definition of dramatic irony. And we are all kind of on the edge of our seats going, how is this going to go down? It's not going to be pretty. We know that. Let's pick it back up.
Sit down.
The camera never follows Marty. The camera stays static, and he walks into frame, including his head even being out of frame until he sits, because of course it's set up on her. I'll be quiet here so you can listen to this exchange.
I saw the pictures on your phone.
Ouch.
B?
Yeah,
Nice ass, Marty.
I
I was maybe always a little too skinny for you.
No, I cannot help it if some crazy bitch
I
sending
slept
me.
with someone.
Uh-oh. Shot, reverse shot here. Now the shoe's on Marty's foot.
And you know him.
Or would it be on Maggie's foot? I don't know. It's on the other
You're
foot.
close.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
It was Rust.
Oh,
I fucked your partner, Rust.
look at that slight smile on her face.
What are you saying? What the fuck are you saying to me?
I already told you.
I like how the glass of wine is still in frame,
You
too.
fucking whore.
You don't know the half of it. To tell you the truth, I haven't been fucked like that since before the girls.
Ah! Love that. Camera up and over, moving with them. Oh,
Do it! At least I'll have something to explain to your daughters. Get your fucking hands off me. Coward.
woo! Maggie on fire. Holy cow. Can you guys see why this is my favorite episode of the series? Last time we saw him this angry was when his daughter was screwing two dudes. He's sliding back down, alcohol, cheating, He's at his desk.
Cole's outside. Does he know he's suspended?
Oh boy. Mario takes off all the trappings of him being a policeman, ring, everything.
It's coming from my files, Marty.
Boom! Ow. Handheld cam. Oh! Handheld cam doing its work here. Oh. Oh. A little bit of a hold there. Pull him off. Rust always does that hands up thing in conflict. We've seen him doing it a few times.
You standing around watching this shit? Get the fuck inside! Get him inside. Get him inside right now.
I love that CO. He may be an asshole, but I love him.
I'm gonna need some fucking detail here, you two.
It's a personal matter between us, boss. Is there anybody pressing charges?
Not me.
You want to say anything, Cole?
Russ knew it was coming.
This man right here is the only pal you had.
Russ taking
You understand
his ass whipping. That.
Fuck him. I ain't his pal.
I quit.
You serious?
I send you a letter. Yeah, fuck this. Fuck this world, man. Nice hook, Marty.
Nice hook, Marty. Love that exit line.
You're not gonna go into this, huh? Really?
Human
Fuck each
tampon.
other pretty good.
Oh, shit.
What about when he quit? Any idea why?
Maybe it was old stuff between them. The way they always rubbed wrong. I never learned what it was about.
Lie, lie, lie. Fade to black and cut back to the road. Now, we saw the shot, I think it was episode 2 or part 2 of this episode. There was a bunch of beeping coming from behind Marty. Marty was driving along and we heard bah, 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 a bunch of car beeps. And then we never found out what those car beeps were. And, 30, 40 minutes have passed in the episode and now we're back here to where we had been. Marty knows that truck. Marty knows he knows that truck, and it's been a while. It's been many, many years. But he pulls over anyway.
Marty,
Rushed.
long time.
Long time. Change your hair?
Thought maybe we should talk.
Yeah?
Buy you a beer?
Sure. I'll follow you.
Actually, why don't you buy me a beer?
Checking his gun, and God, I love this song. It's called Sign of the Judgment. It just had all this just had these interviews. In fact, it's Marty, I believe, leaving the final interview, the one he walked out. The cops have been filling his mind with that Russ is possibly a serial killer. So Marty is checking his gun. And then this shot is what we're going to go out on in the episode, which I absolutely love. It's the broken taillight that if you were watching in the fight, Russ threw Marty into the back of his truck, and you heard that taillight break. And Rust has not fixed that taillight since that fight. I just love the power of that and how they're going to use it to end this episode with this gorgeous song called Sign of the Judgment behind it. I love that. Just see the light go on. Pull off. And the shot of Rust in the mirror. Yeah. Probably some of my favorite 1 to 2 minutes in all of television right here. Bring it up with the strings. Boom, credits. The sign of the judgment. Oh. That, for me, goes down as one of the best episodes in any TV show series. The way it's constructed, the storytelling of the in and out of to me it seems like the back and forth of all the time, how we've gone from the past to the present to the the past but a different time. All of it culminates in this episode. And then to end here with the shot of the symbolic thing that broke up their relationship. The fact that they're going to meet again after that fight, after all these years, after having never talked about Maggie doing what Maggie did. And now for the last 2 episodes of this show, we're going to be in real time. We've tied up all of our past. We've tied up the going back and forth and all that stuff. Everything has been tied up and has been brought together. We saw the schism. We saw what broke them apart. The interviews have ended. And now, what about these killers? Last 2 episodes. Do they get them? Do they find them? Does something happen to one of them? And most importantly, is Rust one of those killers? See y'all soon. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Take care.